Hey guys, so if you saw my previous video, I showed you guys like a little quick recap of our night out in New York, and now I want to do just like a little more detailed on where we went, although those not so much because I mean it's a lot of the most commonly known places to go when you're out in New York, but I want to mention them anyway just in case. But my main focus is going to be on 305th Rooftop Restaurant, which we went to, and I liked it. I was happy with it. I had a lot of doubts about going to a rooftop restaurant because like I always wanted to go to one, especially in New York, because like all the buildings and skyscrapers and whatnot, and especially in December because I mean the lighting is even prettier than usual. But I always like associated a rooftop restaurant with like very expensive. And after going online, checking out prices and stuff, just so we didn't have any surprises, I noticed that it wasn't that bad. I mean, it wasn't like super cheap, but it's not as expensive or extravagant as I thought it was going to be. So yes, and I want to share that place with you guys. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so we're driving down to Manhattan. And we got the kids. They're all relaxed. Liam's taking a nap. Bella's playing on her tablet. And we're just listening to music and talking crap. Okay, so a lot of you, if you live in New York, you probably know of this app. If you don't, then I just want to, quickly talk about it. So in New York, it's very common to use an app called Spot Hero Parking. You basically just plug in the address that you want to visit, and then it'll show you parking garages nearby and the prices. And so you already know what you're going to be paying, no surprises. You reserve it directly on the app, and that's it. You just arrive, hand in your car, leave your keys, and go to Manhattan. It usually, I mean, I've seen like parking in New York, and I'd be like, like $30 an hour and stuff. But through this app, I found that there's some parking garages that aren't that expensive. So for example, the one that we got a garage at 8 East 33rd Street. So it was really close to Fifth Avenue, which is kind of like the area we wanted to go, like Saks Fifth Avenue, the St. Patrick's Cathedral, and then just go all the way down to, I think 7th Avenue is where Rockefeller Center and all of the lightings and like pretty stuff in Times Square and stuff is. I might be mistaken, I don't know New York like that, but I'm pretty sure it was like around 7th Avenue, so we weren't that far away. And I mean, I feel like when you go to New York, you're prepared to walk, so yes. So in our case, we got there at 7 p.m. and we reserved it until 1 a.m. and our total paid was $29.54, which again, for being in a parking garage like smack dab in the middle of Manhattan, close to where we needed to go, close to the restaurant, it wasn't bad. I feel like it wasn't that bad. So yes. If you're going to be going in New York, if you're not going to be using public transportation and you're going in your car, definitely recommend downloading that app and just finding out where you're going to park, how much it's going to cost beforehand, so you guys can plan it all out. So our first stop was Bryant Park, and they have a really pretty like tree right in the middle of the park. I didn't record this, but they have like a lot of small businesses, and they sell stuff or food, so it's just a lot, and like little tables outside. That day that we went, it was a little bit rainy. It wasn't like super rainy, it was still drizzling, but we managed to still get wet. But we still had fun. So yeah, Bryant Park, very popular. You guys probably heard of it. You can eat there, or you can just walk and look at the stuff, and you can ice skate or just see people ice skating, whatever you want. And our next stop was Avenue of the Americas. I think that's the name of it. That's like what was in the big letters of the building, so I'm going to go with that. Big red, white, and blue tree. And, a lot of photo ops. Unfortunately, they don't let you go like so close to the trees, but it is what it is. There's this really big, pretty tree in the middle, and it's got like this tunnel. I think it would have been awesome to take a picture like right inside that tunnel. It would have looked so beautiful, but there was a really long line, so I was like, nah, we're not doing that. Let's just stand next to it and we get the picture. And then you have the famous, I know these are famous because I have a picture on these same ornaments from when I was like 7, 8 years old, Bella's age, pretty much. So I know they've been there for a long time, so yes. And then the world famous Rockefeller tree. I thought we were going to be able to get closer to it, but there was a bunch of fencing around, so unfortunately we didn't get to be so close to it. And in order to get a picture like with it, we had to be pretty far. But I mean, we got something, right? But yes, a lot of people at the Rockefeller tree. A lot. This was a really quick stop because there was so many people. Also, something I really liked is there's like the regular decorations, famous decorations, like Saks and all these stuff that you see every year. But the storefronts also go all out. They make some really pretty decorations as well. In this case, this one was the Macy's storefront. And there were a couple others that I didn't think to get the video in at the moment, but there's a lot to see. If you're in Times Square, you're definitely gonna bump into some some street performers. Last time that we went, we ran into a magician who did a really cool show. This time we had these guys doing jump rope, and my back hurt just watching that. But yes, you will definitely be entertained in New York. Okay, and now to the place we were expecting to go, the main event, 230 Fifth. When you go in, I don't know if this is something that they do every day or it was that specific day, because of Christmas. Because I saw something earlier today, like a comment on someone who had gone to that same place, and they said that they didn't charge to go in. So you could just go to the rooftop for free, and you decided if you wanted to eat or drink or not. In my case, that they were charging. It wasn't that expensive though. It's a $5 cover, and you just go in. It's a very nice place. I'll show you guys in a second. But yeah, if you guys know if they always charge or not, please leave it in the comments. But we went, it was on a Thursday, and it was pretty late. I think by that time it was already like 9 or 10, so I don't know if maybe because it's more like, nighttime bar atmosphere and whatnot, maybe that's why they charged. But yeah, just be prepared to pay $5 just in case. When you go in, you can either be downstairs, which is indoor. You've got this like really nice lounge area, some photo ops, and then you have the bar. I'm pretty sure there's a bar upstairs too, but this is like the main one. There's a dance floor, and if you go and you head upstairs, you'll be directed to the outdoor part where you can actually see the skyscrapers and everything. Oh, mind you, this was on a 20th floor, so you're pretty high up. You get some really nice views. So we decided to go to the top part because that's what we wanted to see. There's a lot of tables up there, like a lot. You can either choose to be on one of those these tables that are just just outdoors, right? Or they also have the igloos, or these other little huts. I don't know what to call them, but they're different from the igloos. They're smaller and they're like little square ones, but they're also heated. So yeah, you have your photo ops. We really like the swing. They have an area that's like specifically for smoking, a designated smoking area. That's the word I'm looking for. Unfortunately for us, that was the one that had like the best views of the skyscrapers, because the other part, it's really covered, so you can't really go to like the edge of the rooftop. But yeah, with the kids we didn't stay too long. But it's a really nice place. Okay, so for the ordering, you can do it two ways. You either go up to the bar, usually like if you're gonna be in one of the outside tables, you gotta do the bar one. So you go to the bar, you order what you want, you can check the menu out online. I'll leave the link down below. And they give you this little I don't know, a little buzzer thing with the order number. It'll light up and let you know when your order's ready, and then you go to the window and you pick it up. If you're in one of the igloos or like one of the little like hut thingies that like the one we were in, usually the servers will go and bring you the food. So yes, I don't know if they go and take your order as well, because like my husband was waiting in one of the outdoor tables to see if one of the other tables opened up, one of the closed ones. So while he did that and took care of the baby, I went ahead and ordered. And when I got back, he already had one of the little huts. So I don't know if you have your reservation and you're already in your hut, if they take your order or if they just bring it to you. But I'm assuming they take the order. But yes, the igloos are much cooler than the little huts. The igloos I saw, they were big, and they had there was one that I was able to kind of like peek in, and I saw that it had like what's it called? Um a little fireplace, like a little electric fireplace, and the seats are more decorated. Like it's really nice. It's a really nice design. The little ones that we were in, it's just your basic like table, and then that's it, and it's really small. It's like four people really smushed together, or just like two people would be the best. Two, three people I think would be the best for that small of a space. So like I was mentioning earlier, the prices on it aren't as bad as I thought it would be. So it's not like a super expensive place, but again, it's not cheap. So it's more for the experience, because the prices on the menu, I think the most expensive like food item I saw was about $30, which I don't think is like that bad. But considering the type of food that it is, it's not that good either, because it was in my case, for example, I ordered a burger, and it was just a simple burger with the fries, and that was it, and it was $24. So I know I could get that somewhere else in that quality food, and it's not going to be that much, but you're paying for the experience, the atmosphere being on a rooftop. So taking that into account, that's why I don't think it was a bad price to pay. I think it was worth it. But yeah, the food that like the options that you have are very basic stuff. Nothing gourmet, nothing fancy or with a lot of stuff. Like what I saw on the menu was mostly like burgers, chicken fingers, nachos. I don't remember the rest, but you guys can check it out on the menu. But it was like that kind of stuff, more like bar food, and they had smaller, more appetizer type things, and just like bigger stuff. But it was that kind of food, nothing like an actual like full meal or whatever. And then they had desserts and obviously the drinks. They have a really long list of drinks. We didn't get to that because we were more in a family plan, but I think that for like a date night or a night out with friends, I think it would be awesome. It's a really cool atmosphere. But yeah, so I recommend it. I liked it, and I actually think I would like to go back as a date night with my husband, because I think it would be cool to experience like that part of it. Because like I said, when you went downstairs, the lobby looked really cool. They had a dance floor, and the nicer part that you can actually kind of see the buildings is like the smoking area. And when you're with kids, you don't really want to go to that part. But if you're, just adults, you don't mind. The little cubicles are funny because the lighting that it has, it's like this red light, and everything looks red, so the colors look all funky when you go back outside. But it's nothing extreme. Like Chris's camera made it look worse than it really was. But see, mine shows you the coloring a little bit better. His looks super red. But yeah, the food was good. Basic, very simple food, but Flavor-wise, it was good. I enjoyed it. Liam enjoyed the fries. And then, yes, when we finished, we headed out. Before going back home, we just drove through. We checked out the St. Patrick's Cathedral. Beautiful, beautiful architecture. It's just amazing, you know, how big it is. Like, on camera, it looks really nice, but when you see it in person, it looks even, you know, more astonishing. And just the skyscrapers in general, like, look at that. Okay, right next to the cathedral is Saks Fifth Avenue. So, very pretty. Although I feel like I missed out on part of the decoration that it had because I saw online like this, like a different light show kind of part. And we looked at both of the, like this face of the store and like the back one. And this is the only one that was decorated. It was beautiful. I mean, don't get me wrong. But this is what I saw online. So I don't know if it was the other face and like the lights just weren't on or if I missed it or what happened, but either way, it was really nice. And you can't finish a trip in New York without going through Times Square. So, yes. Chris was like, "We're gonna get a ticket. Sit down." No. It's not the same seeing it through the window or recording it through the window. And it's not the same walking either. Because when you're walking, everyone's always like in a rush. You're kind of like all squished, and I mean it's New York. That's what it is. But when you're in the car, you can just go and kind of like enjoy it a little bit more. So I definitely did that. And then time to head back home. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you go. I mean, it's pretty late. I don't know until when the Christmas decorations are up, but even if it doesn't have Christmas decoration, I think it's still a good trip to do. New York is always beautiful and not beautiful. You know, a lot of stuff goes on in New York. But, you know, the sightings are always beautiful. You know, as a trip, it's always good to go. And the restaurant, I mean, I haven't gone during a time when it doesn't have Christmas decoration, but I'm pretty sure it would still, you know, really nice during other times of the year. So I would definitely recommend it, whether you're going out with friends, date night, or more of a family thing. I recommend it. So if you guys go, let me know what you think. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.